In a small town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Leo. From a very young age, Leo was a dreamer. While other children played with predictable toys, Leo would spend hours in his backyard, sketching fantastical machines and intricate blueprints on any scrap of paper he could find. His dream was not a small one. He wanted to build a machine that could generate clean energy from the wind, a device so efficient it could power his entire neighborhood. But the world around Leo was not a dreamer's world. It was a world of practicality. At school, when he presented his first crude model made of sticks and a small motor, his classmates snickered. "It looks like a bird's nest," one laughed. "That will never work," said another. His science teacher, with a kind but condescending smile, patted his head and said, "Leo, it's wonderful to be creative, but perhaps focus on the chapters in the textbook. These fantasies are a distraction." The words, though not meant to be cruel, planted seeds of doubt in Leo's heart. Each whispered joke, each doubtful glance, was like a stone added to a heavy backpack he carried everywhere. He began to hide his sketches. The whirring sound of his small experiments grew silent. The light in his eyes, the one that ignited when he talked about gears and turbines, began to dim. He started to believe them. Maybe his dream was just a fantasy. One afternoon, burdened by a particularly bad day at school, Leo took a long walk to the edge of town. He found himself at the old workshop of Mr. Evans, a retired engineer known for fixing everything from radios to lawnmowers. The workshop door was open, revealing a universe of organized chaos, tools hanging neatly, half-finished projects on benches, and the smell of oil and old wood. Mr. Evans was tinkering with a vintage radio that he glanced up and saw the dejection on Leo's face. "Heavy load?" he asked simply. Leo, surprised by the directness, nodded. He found himself pouring out his heart, the dream, the laughter, the doubt, and his own crumbling belief. Mr. Evans listened intently, not interrupting. When Leo finished, the old man didn't offer pity or empty praise. Instead, he pointed to a dusty, cobweb-covered object in the corner. "See that?" he said. "My first invention. A pedal-powered water pump. I was going to revolutionize irrigation for small farms." Leo looked at the bizarre contraption of rusted bicycle parts and pipes. "Did it work?" he asked. "Not a bit," Mr. Evans chuckled. "It leaked, the pedals seized up, and it was more work than just carrying the water by hand. Everyone told me I was a fool to waste my time. So they were right?" Leo asked, his heart sinking further. "No," Mr. Evans said firmly. "They were wrong. Because that glorious failure taught me about pressure, leverage, and seals. The lessons I learned from that silly project helped me get my engineering degree. Every expert was once a beginner. Every masterpiece was once a mess. The world will always be quick to tell you what you can't do. Your only job is to believe in what you can." He walked over to a drawer and pulled out a small, tarnished magnet. "This was on my first failed pump. It's useless on its own. But with belief, with focus, it can move metal. It can create energy." He handed the magnet to Leo. "Your belief, Leo, is your magnet. It's the force that will pull your dreams into reality. Don't let anyone demagnetize it." Holding that small, cold piece of metal, Leo felt a shift inside. The stones of doubt began to fall from his backpack. The words of his classmates faded, replaced by the steady, certain voice of his own heart. "I can do this." Leo returned to his backyard workshop that evening, not with defiance, but with quiet determination. The laughter didn't stop immediately, but it no longer mattered. He failed. He failed 100 times. Motors burned out, blades snapped, designs collapsed. But with each failure, he learned. He adjusted. He grew. 2 years later, the town held its annual science fair. Leo, now a young man with a steady gaze, entered. He unveiled his creation, a vertical axis wind turbine, crafted from recycled materials, its blades spinning with a silent, powerful efficiency. It powered a bank of lights that glowed brilliantly under the judging table. There was no laughter, only stunned silence, followed by erupting applause. He won first prize, but that wasn't the victory. The victory was the look on the faces of those who had doubted him, not a look of apology, but one of newfound respect. They saw the machine, but they didn't see the journey. They didn't see the countless hours, the failures, and most importantly, they didn't see the moment a boy chose his own belief over everyone else's doubt. Your dream might seem impossible to everyone else. They might laugh, they might doubt, they might call it a fantasy. But remember Leo's story. The power to achieve